So, what happens when you stop a megalomaniac from blowing up the world, then release them back into the wild without so much of a warning? Well, it turns out they come back and try to take over the world again. Who would have guessed? I really don't know about this Lucifer guy. He looks like a poor man's Magneto. I'm sure there is a reason he was lost to time. So anyways, two guys dressed like X-Men are robbing a bank. The big strong one rips open the vault door and calls them all rubes.
Rubes? Wait, that's what...
Yep, the Blob's back. That's right, boys and girls, despite saying he was fed up with all the mutant BS, the fat man's back and the world is a better place for it. But one of the cops, sick of the fake X-Men's BS, opens fire and bullets bounce harmlessly from the big man's tough exterior. So the cop's like, right, let's shoot the other one because it's America and it's cops. But wait, what's this? The bullets don't even reach the man. They bounce harmlessly from the guy like he has a force field.
Wait, is this Una's the Untouchable? Are we just recycling villains at this point? We're only 20 issues in.
More cops enter the fray and the mutants wipe the floor with them. At the X-Mansion, Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, leaves the X-Men.
No, please no. Why?
Because he's afraid his eyes' pew-pews will hurt Jean, the woman he loves. Meanwhile, the other X-Men hear about the mutant bank robbery on the news and how it has been linked to themselves. And with Cerebro broken by Magneto, Professor uses his radar image beam that he put together like you and I put together a sandwich, and he learns that the two false X-Men are indeed the Blob and Unis, the Untouchable. Beast is angry because Unis promised to go straight, just like all the other villains.
First rodeo?
Yeah, right? But Bobby comes in all like, hey, Scott left, and McWheels is like, oh really? Let's find out who hired Fatty and Chastity, but can't because somebody's flooding the mental airwaves with a whole heap of false information. But of all their foes, only one was missing. Can you guess who? No? Well, it'll remain a mystery for now. Until the next panel, because we go to Lucifer. Even the writer had to remind you of who he is. Anyways, as it was a surprise, we now get the obligatory exposition. Turns out Blob and Unis met in a wrestling match and were both like, hey, you mutie? I'm mutie. Let's date. And they married and lived happily ever after. No, wait. They decided to be friends instead.
The Fiends.
I know, right? Who would have thought it coming from bad guys? But back at the bank, guess who just happens to be walking by? Cyclops.
Hi, cute butt.
And he's all like, hey, you ain't no X-Man. And Nunes is all like, oh yeah we are, partner. Wink, wink. We're totally in all this together. And Psyche is all like, okay. Pew, 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 and shoots the money bag so that dinero goes everywhere. He then shoots a light pole that falls on him, but of course the crowd doesn't care who's who and is all like, who gonna clean this up? So Psyche runs like he's being chased by a pink stick lady, the big wuss. Elsewhere, Lucifer is angry because he thought that all the X-Men would turn up. And that's exactly what they do. Beast has bought his anti-Uni gun, and we cut back to Lucifer and he's all bragging about making Unis immune to the anti-Unis gun. So sure enough, the X-Men are actually going to have to do some work for once. They tussle. Iceman buys time with a slippery fall while Angel is just flying about upsetting cops, being irrelevant as always. Anyways, just as it's all about to go down, someone shoots the feet out from Blob and Unis and they fall onto a passing train and Cyclops is back. Like legit, he's only left for like a quarter of an issue.
My hero.
Ugh. So elsewhere, Lucifer is pissed and we see his base and it's all scary and leery and the words say that the fate of the earth is up for grab. Really? This guy? This 2-bit Magneto wannabe villain is what we're shaking in our boots over? Oof. Okay. I mean, this guy couldn't, Blimmin' Eck. What's that? Okay, maybe the fate of the Earth is in danger. But no, it turns out that the attack is meant directly for McWheels, whose brain is on fire and it puts him in a catatonic state. Though weak, he can still speak to Jean, who is close by. He reveals that Lucifer is back, and that calls for more history and exposition, so it goes down like this. Young McWheels was searching for a mysterious city in the shadows of the Himalayas. and he finds it and tells the guards that these aren't the droids you're looking for, so they let him in. McWheels wants to speak to the ruler of the city but isn't allowed, so he does a little mind probe and it's revealed that the ruler of the city is from another world.
Get out. Aliens in a comic book. Never.
So he sticks around to try and sort out some sort of rebellion, and they dodge traps, etc., while Lucifer shakes his fist even harder at them when he gets a call from, and get this, the Supreme One.
Oh, geez. Are they gonna call in the enforcers now?
Yeah, but McWheels confronts Lucifer and he's all like, hey, look at this trap, and the roof falls on McWheels' legs and that's why he can't use them. Yay! Back in the present, and we see Lucifer ready to employ his mental command gun to the entire world.
So it really was the fate of the world.
Yeah, didn't see that coming, but soon everyone will be under the dominion of Dominus. This is the Supreme One? What? Is this the Great Oz? Jeez, I hope so. So the X-Men return and hook McWheels up to a distorter helmet. Legit, got one here. Like he totally knew that this was going to happen one day. And he reveals Lucifer's location. So the X-Men get ready to roll out. Yeah, so it's a bit hard not to get enthused for the big green head man. Like, for those who haven't read X-Men comics and are watching this, wondering whether they should pick them up, rest assured the issues do get better, but the X-Men are known for a, how shall we say, not such a great start. It all picks up later in Giant Size X-Men 1, which brings in Wolverine and Nightcrawler, etc. But you know what? That's why I'm doing these videos, so you can skip a whole heap of reading and still have an understanding of where you're coming from.
You're stalling.
It's hot, okay? And I just mowed grass, so yeah. Okay, let's see. The X-Men are flying over Lucifer's lair in the desert, and there's this unknown substance raining down onto the lair that, for the moment, not even McWheels knows what it is. So hey, it must be special. Some cowboys also see the not-so-innocuous sky dribble, and I'm sure that will be important later on, because why? Come on, let's face it, somebody just wanted to draw a cowboy. So the X-Men land, and instead of fighting Big Green Dude Head, they fight the Cowboys, because why not? And the Cowboys all end up in the water.
Oh, horsies.
They're fine. Iceman makes an ice raft for the X-Men to row merrily down the stream, but a whirlpool sucks them up. McWheels is sitting back in his helmet distorter thing and is all like, you know what? Every time with these kids, every time, sucked up by whirlpools, whisked off to space, something always happens, but then he's like, ah, shucks, and two big robots whisk him up and take him all away like the dirty big hypocrite he is. Once again, McWheels is at the mercy of Lucifer, and once again it's all talk, and no death. This is why old villains have such a bad name. Anyway, the whirlpool has sucked up Jean, Psyche, and Angel, and they're all trapped in a transparent cage. Got me thinking, like there are so many transparent cages in comics, and then I realized that's all because it's so much easier to draw the heroes trapped in the cage. I'm on to you, Jay Gavin. So Beast and Iceman are elsewhere and have to fight one of those big green robot dudes, but they're overwhelmed, so decide to skedaddle, but instead are slammed into the wall and caught. Back with McWheels, it's exposition time, and Lucifer. God, look at that face. He's trying so hard. Who's gonna take over the Earth? Yes, you are. Who shall go Lucifer from outer space? So the story goes like this. Eons ago, his people created the ultimate machine, Dominus, because they totally speak English in outer space. Anyways, Lucifer landed on Earth to prepare the coming of this machine, and once landed, it will completely remove the will of the local population, i.e. Earth. Basically, it's TikTok in laser form. All 5 X-Men are now in the transparent cage, which they call a cosmic crystalline cube.
Sheesh.
I know, just call it a cage, right? So Beast saw them flick a switch when they threw him inside, and Jean flicks it again telekinetically, giving Psyche the chance to blast a robot guard, and now everyone runs like crazy, but in their heads they receive a telepathic command from McWheels. They must not destroy the machine called Dominus, but some of them doubt it. Was it really McWheels? Or was it Lucifer pretending?
Oh my god, this was just like last time with Lucifer and the bomb. Can't do this, can't do that. Put some pants on when you go outside. That sort of thing.
Yeah. It was pretty much on repeat from his last... Hey, what was that bit about pants?
Nothing.
So not knowing what to do, Jean just kinetically flings Lucifer's cloak over his head. I know, right? Totally a boss move. But Angel, who is sick of being irrelevant, goes, "Stuff it, I want some glory time," and shoots off to break the machine. But Psyche shoots him in the back. Iceman, thinking that maybe the message from McWheels was a trick, also goes to break the machine and Jean stops him. Before they can debate it out, the green robots turn up and they tussle with the X-Men, but the X-Men are just too darn good. Lucifer admits defeat to the big green head in the sky and is whooshed away to outer space.
Big green heads can do that?
Oh yeah, they can totally send you home if you have the right shoes. Anyway, it turns out it was McWheels who sent the message to not break the machine, but not because it might explode this time, but because it would force Lucifer into directing the robots who were working on the machine to stop their progress and attack the X-Men. Once the X-Men defeated them, the machine wouldn't go boom.
Why not just say that?
Drama, my lady, drama. But there is something that I would just like to reiterate. In issue 9, they defeated Lucifer, an alien bent on taking over the Earth, and they just let him walk away. No further comment, just wanted to point it out. Let him walk away. Free. One leg at a time, walk away. Good decision there.
And the cowboys?
Oh, they didn't come back.
Then what the bloody hell were they there for?
Chekhov's empty gun rack. Ooh, McWheels has a new toy. It's big, it's metal, and it's called Colosso. Hey, that sounds familiar. Anyway, Colosso's purpose is basically to teach the X-Men just how rubbish they are. Because this current iteration of the X-Men are rubbish, it works. In the end, they defeat it by Psyche deducing that it sees, with its eyes. So Jean wraps McWheel's blanket over its head and so they pick on it like they're 6th graders that got their growth spurt early. McWheels is like, "Okay, you finally did something good. Go have that break you keep going for, then getting interrupted by evil villains' devious plans." And then we get a repeat of irrelevant Angel leaving with Jean and Psyche moping about it.
It's not gonna last.
Oh no, definitely not. In fact, in the next panel, we cross to Count Nefaria. And he's bad because it sounds like nefarious. And he's bragging blah blah that he's reforming the Magia, which is 616 talk for Mafia, and has 5 supervillains up his sleeve. Anyway, this dude is normally Iron Man's foe and he thinks he can make allies with the X-Men.
With good guys?
Hey, Doom tried to recruit Spider-Man, go figure. Well, the X-Men are on their break and Beast mistakes his girlfriend, who is just a girl, not Kissing girlfriend.
What are you, 12?
Mistakes her for a guy who has a similar haircut. Now today, it seems like a stupid scene, but this was totally a social comment when guys started having long hair for the first time, like the Beatles and stuff. What they really needed was some David Bowie society to protect young men with long hair. Seriously, was a thing.
A 17-year-old, Davy Jones, has just founded the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men.
But worse, things go awry. Each of the X-Men is subject to a nefarious subterfuge, illusions, and radio comments that force them to get isolated and each meet their very own supervillain, ones that Marvel doesn't use too often because they're DC knockoffs. Jen is confronted by Plant Man. Irrelevant Angel is bamboozled by Scarecrow. Beast is confounded by the Porcupine. Iceman is assaulted by the Eel. And Psyche turns up and shoots the Eel. So hey, 4 out of 5 wasn't bad. But now we have 2 X-Men free and roaming and they're confronted by the Unicorn.
Oh my. I mean, if they're into that sort of thing.
Look. There's a 34 out there somewhere for these guys. Now, this may come as a surprise, but I have no idea who the Unicorn is or what his powers are, or if he is even still around today. But anyways, he threatens to shoot them with, oh my god, his power horn. I just can't even make another joke at this point. It's getting too easy. Let's just say that together with the Eel, they bring down both Psyche and Iceman.
You know what? These guys actually get captured quite a lot. Like, all the time a lot.
I mean, you're not wrong, but Count Nefario gives them an option. Join him and the Magia.
He knows they're good guys, right?
I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and the X-Men are like, dude, you're an idiot. And Count Nefario's all like, well, yeah, your professor's fat. Oh, and also, if you don't join me, I'm going to blow up Washington, D.C. To be continued. Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this approach, please like and subscribe for more videos. And remember, if you're interested in reading the full story, the easiest way is to sign up to Marvel Unlimited at marvel.com/unlimited. I need to breathe.